Liquidity and Divergences.
There was no news yesterday, which caused that big run up.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. And today we are going to talk about two themes, liquidity and divergences. And let's start out with liquidity. Well, this past week has really been marked by a lack of liquidity in the trading markets. We are seeing big moves in share prices on really small amounts of volume. And that is surely one of the major reasons that our market here is struggling compared to the US markets, which I'll discuss in a moment. But it's this lack of liquidity, and it really is causing a lot of divergences. And the divergences I'm talking about are why are the Northern Hemisphere markets outperforming? And that is because they do have different economic situations. And that's evidenced this week because the RBA definitely signaled to the market that they are more concerned with inflation, whereas in the US and the UK, we are starting to see signs, and certainly in the bond markets, they are pricing in 2, 3, 4 rate cuts during this calendar year. So that is a divergence that we really need to pay attention to down here, and we can't think that everything is just going to move together. And now to talk more about the capital raises of the week, as always, I turn it over to Sean.
Thanks, Greg. And unfortunately, the frustrating market is continuing. The lack of liquidity is really making it hard, especially in small and micro caps. We are seeing a few opportunities, but we're being very selective because it is tough out there. Now, what unfortunately happened overnight was the uranium ETF fell about 5%, and that is putting a lot of pressure on these smaller uranium stocks that were doing really well, and they were giving us confidence up until we woke up this morning. Let's take a look at the screens.
Let's start with IPOs on the 180 Markets platform. Both completely different companies, massive difference in sizes. Far Northern Resources will start off with a market cap of 14 million, while Metals Acquisition will start with a market cap of 1.1 billion. It's great to see interest in IPOs returning. We did send an email about a different IPO during the week, so make sure you've seen that one. Let's take a look at placements. BPH set out to raise $2 to $3 million at 3.3 cents a share. Now, what's amazing is each share came with a free 1-for-2 option at 3 cents a share. Usually the options are above the price, but I think this one, because they listed BPHOB, added some value there. So it will be very interesting to see how BPH trades. CCO, the Karma Co, not one I know a lot about, went out to raise $1 million, small 10% discount. BLG went out on Wednesday night. We helped them behind the wall. And on Thursday, they went out to raise $2 to $3 million at 3.7 cents a share. Now, what they did was a piggyback option. That means that if you exercise the first option, you get another free option. So you've got to get these deals away, and that's a very good way of thinking. Let's take a look at Kelpio, which raised money early this week. 6 cents a share they raised at, which is where it's trading, but each share came with a free 1-for-2 cent option at 10 cents. So good luck to Kelpio, an old favorite of mine. But currently they've got a market cap of 8 million. I remember when they raised last time, it was down to 2 or 3 million. So they've had some great news flow recently, and as we can see on the charts, it's become a trader favorite. Let's just take a look at CXU. So they did a very small raise this week to an existing shareholder. It was only $2 million, but I think Park Investments, and it was done at 11% premium to the 7-day VWAP. So it's great to see a shareholder supporting the company after it's had a massive run like this. And I guess CXU, Cauldron, a uranium company, will not need to go back to the market for a while. Another raise, FRX, they raised $2 million this week. There will be an FTP as well. All right, let's look at ups. There were a few. Let's start off with GRE. So they're actually in a trading halt now. So there was no news yesterday, which caused that big run up. But yeah, they're now in a trading halt, and I'm not sure the reason. But yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Now, Camravoy has put an AGL. Camravoy, we don't really look at companies with a market cap that size, so I'm not even going to do that. But Camravoy, you want to speak about DEV? Let's go. Tell us what we don't know.
Sure. So DEV last year did placements towards the end of the year around $25 million at 30 cents. Obviously, they got some of the wrong investors in it, and it's kind of gone a bit down. But now what they've done is that they've released some assays from their uranium project in the Northern Territory. And as you can see, it's gone up quite a bit. And the major shareholder is also the chairman, David Goyder. Last night probably made around an extra $5 million for his network.
Awesome. Thank you, Camravoy. Down, as we mentioned, uranium. Let's firstly take a look. PEN down 8%. PEN, all these companies that have had such good runs are now falling. So hopefully it's not the end, but yeah, let's look at Alligator, another one that's fallen quite a bit, 11%. So they're all still up a lot. How's our old friend Toro going? Down 8%. Yeah, so they're down quite a bit, which is unfortunate, but hopefully they bounce back.
Thanks for watching. For those of you that are going to the RIU Investor Conference in Fremantle next week, look out for Greg and his good-looking son, the Camravoy, who will be there. Say good day, and yeah, I won't be there, but yeah, have a good time, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.